Hey, welcome everybody to our, I think it's our fourth night of the Be Better seminar or hangout here. Dustin Schaefer from Oceanside, California. Welcome you all to this hangout. We're gonna have a great night. We have a wonderful cast of characters that I've been chatting with for the last 5 or 6 minutes. We're gonna have some good enthusiasm, a lot of fun. Michael Rutherford might pop in and say hi. He's once again a busy man, off doing a lot of things. I just want to get some of the groundwork out of the way here. First and foremost, we're not covering anything medical today. If you have anything medical questions or anything medically related, please just save that. You can always ask questions privately, and we can maybe address that or at least get the resources for you. And also in the chat box, we're going to encourage everybody to participate. If you can, say where you're from, say hi, tell us some success stories that you're having, give us your feedback on the product, the community, anything that you want to share, please share. Last thing, please, on that chat box, also leave all medical questions out of that chat box. Let's keep it very clean, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to us. Our cast, again, it's unique, a little different than what we've had before, and I'm excited to introduce everybody. First things first, if you know anything about me, I've been a recon Marine, a college athlete, been in the health and fitness industry for the last 15 years. Right now I specialize in something called muscle activation techniques, which is pretty cool. I also am the very first person to teach the ketogenic diet in combination, or a high-fat, low-carb diet in the combination of the product with our fearless leader, Michael Rutherford, who is down nearly 50 pounds. And it's truly changed his life. You know, he moves better, he feels better. He's inspiring so many other people to do so many amazing things. So I'm grateful for him to be kind of helping me learn the other parts of this lifestyle, which is how to share the product. So let's get started. I think that we have some amazing stories out there, and I'd like to start on the left here with Debbie. And Debbie, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you've been taking the product, what it's done for you, and touch a little bit on that lifestyle that you kind of talked about earlier.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much, Dustin. First of all, I'm gonna apologize to everybody for my major energy and my major hand talking. Even though I'm not Italian, they don't stop. But I'm just stoked. And the interesting thing about me is I had started on the ketogenic diet and that lifestyle a month before I heard about this product. My husband had been really sick for a year. He'd been in the hospital for 7 months. 7 months. We thought he was going to die. We were in Boston. He was in Boston hospitals, the best ones ever. Nobody could figure out what was wrong with him. It was all digestive stuff. So we headed south. We have a house in Florida, and we saw a doctor friend of ours who does Eastern and Western medicine. And she said, okay, here's the deal. First thing you're going to do, you're getting off all the meds, and I want you on a ketogenic diet. So we're like, okay, what's the deal? What's that? And we decided, we're going to support my husband. We'll do it. So the whole family hit it. And, I really believe there's no coincidences, because I was doing that about 4 months. I wasn't dropping a ton of weight, but I was feeling better. Had a lot of cravings, I'm going to tell you that. And I came home on Facebook, right, trolling around, what's everybody doing, what's up? And I start seeing pictures of Michael Rutherford. And then I start seeing pictures of my friend Nick Huntington. And I'm going, what's up with that? What are they doing? So I simply just couldn't take it anymore. And I sent Nick a private message, and I go, Nick, what's up? How are you dropping all this weight? How is Michael dropping all this weight? He's just, here, take a look at this. I looked at it. I sent him a message back. Okay, how do I order it? Send it. I want it. And so it got to me on July 1st. And I don't really do anything kind of the easy way. I was full into the diet, and I got that thing, and man, I put 1 scoop in, and I started right on. And I scoops a day, but it is rocking. It is rocking. And the weight started falling off, pound a day. I had a couple 2-pound days, and what I can tell you is I'm 32 pounds down. And yeah, man, it's so cool. But I'm a girl. I get a little obsessed with the scale, so I love Dustin's video and Michael's video about like chucking it, because I hit a plateau, right? And I'm like, oh, what's going on? But when I grasped what you guys said, I started looking at my clothes, and they were falling off. stuff like the body was shifting and changing and doing all this crazy stuff, and it's just phenomenal. I'm in a really, you wouldn't think it, but I'm in a really stressful period of time in my life. I'm taking care of 2 of my elderly parents that have cancer. Can you guys hear me or no?
Debbie, can I pause you for a second?
No.
Nina, one second. I want to get Nina and Nancy to pause their mics for me, please.
Okay. I told you I'd jazz up.
You're getting the good stuff.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on.
Right on the top there. There we go. All right, go.
I'm going to tell my son, don't run in through here like without clothes on. Okay, good.
That's live.
Yeah. Okay, so I told you guys I go crazy, but so I'm in a really stressful period of time. I've got 2 parents fighting cancer. I'm their primary caretaker. I have my husband who's just finally getting better. I got 2 teenage sons, the whole bit. We all have stuff, right? Not saying anything about that. But what I have noticed, there's so many things, but one of the hugest things that I've noticed from the Keto OS is I stay just like this, man. I am just strong and steady emotionally. I should technically, with everything that's going on, I should be up and down and, angry and sad and the whole bit, and I'm not. My mood is just good all the time. No matter what happens, my mood is good and my energy is good. And, I can have 100 things like this, right, on my list, 100 things to do. I swear I had ADD before. I'd start at the top of the list, I'd go to the bottom of the list. No, I start at the top of the list, man, and I am through it. And at the end of the day, I'm like, sweet! And then it's time to go to bed, and what happens? I fall asleep before my head hits the pillow.
All right. Well, Debbie, I'm going to actually come back to you in a second. Michael just jumped on. I'd love to get a few words from the wise.
Hey,
and
Michael.
Let's hop on, say a couple words. Oh, did he just jump off? Let's see if he can hop on. Is he still there? He's gone. I think he just took off. So, Debbie, before you stop talking, because I got a rhythm going, I wanted to kind of just touch a little bit about your doctor put your husband basically, but your family on this diet, right?
Absolutely.
And there was a reason why. You don't have to get into the reason why, but just kind of talk about that. That this was he believed this was something important for you to do for a lot of reasons. And how different was it with the product versus without the product?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And great question. I mean, first of all, what I'll tell you is, he had suffered for so long, and our family had suffered along with him that, really we were willing to try anything. I mean, if they had told us to go to Fiji and dig up a plant root, we would have done that, So we were cool with trying it. But the difference that I found was, for me, I was sticking to it and, doing the fats, and because it's, she was really clear on the high fats, same as we're talking about here, but I was still hungry. And I still kind of I would get into the afternoon sometimes and I'd start having cravings. And if I saw somebody having something to eat that I was kind of not staying away from, I kind of wanted to claw their eyeballs out, okay? Because I'm like, why can't I have some of that, And I was looking at it as a diet at that point. Like, we're going to get him better. We're going to feel a little better, but we're probably going to, maybe go back at some point. The product changed that completely, absolutely completely. I can't imagine why I would ever want to go back to eating the way I did, or why I would ever in a million years stop taking this product. I have a lot of people ask me, that when I'm sharing it with them, they're like, well, how long do we have to take it? When we lose the weight we want to lose, can we stop? And my answer to them is simple. I don't ever want to stop taking it. And I don't think once you try it that you'll ever want to stop taking it. So it's been amazing, and it's completely different. You could never have convinced me. Not in a million years. You could have 150 people on here telling me that I wouldn't be hungry, and I would not have believed them. I wouldn't have believed them, but it's absolutely true. I only eat when I'm hungry now, and it's not a lot. I don't have cravings. It's just, it was hard, and now it's easy. That's the simple truth.
All right. Well, I appreciate that feedback because, and I do want to have a little bit of clarity here before we move on to our next amazing speakers. is first off, we're not actually suggesting many people to do the ketogenic diet. We're a high-fat, low-carb diet, because as you know, the ketogenic diet is really strict. And the main reason probably why you were struggling so much with the cravings is that your body wasn't able to get into that ketosis deep enough. And then also, you weren't getting keto adapted yet. And that's an important thing, and I'll just touch on that briefly, is getting into ketosis is hard to do, as you got to experience that. But the product, we get to give the people a little easier time getting there. Also, when you plateaued, your body was still changing. Your body was getting keto adapted, and therefore it was actually rehealing itself. It was actually regenerating tissue. So you were still losing body fat, but you were growing stronger bones, stronger hair, stronger muscle. And that's what's cool about this, is that it's just an ideal health product. And so, like Debbie said, don't get over discouraged on the weight, and do what Michael and I say. Basically enjoy your life. Know that this is the better lifestyle to live, and at the end of the day, you're going to win. And that's kind of what we want people to do. We want everybody to win. So thank you so much for speaking. We're going to come back and talk a little bit in a minute. Nancy, let's go ahead and touch with you, because I know you and Debbie know each other. So let's go and let's kind of tell me a little bit about your experience with ketosis, with the ketogenic diet, what you do in the shower every morning. Be clean, and we'll go from there.
Well, yes, Debbie is one of my closest and very dearest best friends. And I was saying to Nina and you earlier and Michael earlier that when she started on this program, I was listening and I was like, oh, another one of these things. I don't want to do this. But then she started to lose some weight and started to feel better. And all I could think about was we usually hook up in Florida, because she's in Boston and I'm in Toronto. So we usually hook up in Florida. And all I could start thinking about as she was dropping weight was, oh my goodness, I'm going to go to Florida. She's going to be in her skinny bikini, and I'm going to be lying in the beach chair beside her like this big beached whale. I thought, can't have this. So I said to her, okay, what do I have to do? And she got me most of it until she talked about the bulletproof coffee, and I thought, are you nuts? I'm not doing that. That's ridiculous. I said, that doesn't sound even logical. Like, wouldn't that be greasy? And so anyway, but true to form, if I decide to do something, I'm not an analyst. I don't analyze things to death. I just kind of decide, well, we'll jump in and we'll try it. What the heck? We've tried everything else under the sun. Might as well try this too. What could it harm? And then what I found was she sent me a couple of videos that were on the Keto123 site, and so I started watching that. And then the next thing you know, I became a video junkie. Every morning, I got Dustin and Michael in the bathroom with me as I'm curling my hair, and I'm watching the video. And the truth of the matter is, as humans, we don't hear things that other people are saying. We don't hear them as they really are. We hear them as we are. And so part of the thing is that why I watch all these videos over and over and over again is because I'm changing, and I need new things. I need new information. So as you watch a video again and again, you pick up things that you didn't hear before or that weren't relevant at the time when you first watched it. So for me, the videos have been invaluable, and I just did exactly what you guys said. I got excited about learning about this and figuring some stuff out, because it is foreign. I'm not even, no word of a lie. It wasn't until I saw Michael Rutherford's video on blending the coffee that literally I was putting the oil in, and I'm trying to stir it fast enough, and then I'm drinking it, and I'm wiping my mouth with a napkin every time, just trying to get that stuff down. I'm like, how is everybody drinking this all the time? So anyway, so that was a bit about Debbie in the process. And to be honest, I had a rough couple of days getting into it. I didn't realize I was sensitive. My tummy was sensitive. I had a whole bunch of things. Then I don't even want to tell you about the smell story, because that's a whole other, nightmare. But I'm over all of that. Everything is good. And once I got the product, man, so my buddy Tim Frey, who also is doing this journey with me, we got the product on the same day. We started drinking it on the same day. We're both in sales. We work for the same company. We're driving around on the road. And I said to him partway through the day, I go, I don't know, but it just seems like the sky is bluer and the trees are greener. Like, what is happening? He said, I know, I feel like I'm on some kind of a weird high, but it's not really a high. So it was fabulous. Like, once I got, and I almost felt like I could feel something happening in my blood. Like, I was like, I feel like it's under my skin. And then that nice, calm, clean energy that just happened continuously was it's amazing. Like, I don't ever want to come on. I'm like Debbie. I forget the weight loss. That's what I got into it for. I have got to be one of the most positive people. And my boss said, I was in the car with me today, and we had a whole bunch of problems to take care of. And he goes, what's with you? And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, well, you don't even seem, we're just getting over the hump really.
Hi. What happened? Are you there?
I guess we crashed.
It's just us two.
It's just us.
And then there was two.
Yeah, and it's still live, so it's still recording.
All right. Yes.
So I'm assuming I'm going to write in here, please come back.
People.
Please come back. We're not in Kansas anymore.
Yes, this is exciting. So, so it'll be interesting while we're waiting for them. If you could tell me a little bit more about, obviously, your process. You've lost weight. Do you have the same kind of effects that Nancy is having in terms of that consistent energy we're talking about as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't, you know, I used to always have kind of an afternoon crash. You know, I do not have that. I wake up and I was never a morning person, no matter what. I never dug the mornings. Yeah. And now it's like 5 or 6 o'clock. I don't even need to get up that early, but I wake up and I am wide awake and I am out of the bed and I am just going. I mean, I'm not kidding. I am running hard all day long. And then it's kind of like I'll look at the clock and I'll go, well, it's kind of, you know, I should probably start thinking about going to bed. and I'll go up, and what happens is once I decide that, like, I lay down and I'm out cold. Yeah. You know? And
so are you actually selling this product as a product too? Like, are you going and really helping people with their lifestyle? Is that what you do for a living as well?
Well, yeah, I've been in network marketing since 1994.
Oh, wow.
So, but I'm going to tell you, this is the truth. I am involved in another company and have had huge success. And so when this came my way, I was not interested in it as a business at all. Zero. It was only about the product. But within 2 days of me having the product, I said, oh no, this is going to happen. This is going to happen with me or without me. So I'm, you know, now the truth is I haven't gone into heavy duty mode like I have with my other businesses. Yeah. Because I feel that this is a completely different paradigm.
Yeah.
And with everything that's going on in my life, I don't have the time to do that. But I can tell you that I'm generally, well, in my group, at least 3 or 4 people are signing up every day. And then, you know, I'm kind of averaging 1 person every other day. But it's such a different paradigm. And I really, really love that, you know?
Yeah, interesting. I'm brand new to it, and I had such immediate results or effects from it that I too it's just interesting listening to you who have been on it for quite a bit longer. You know, I mean,
now, how long have you been on it?
I had my sample last week, and I just got my order last night. So I'm back on it for the first
sweet.
So and what I too, I'm right smack in the middle of a couple of things that. This is the last thing that I was even remotely thinking about. And I also get a lot of people who tell me or ask